Hi, I'm Chloe,
And I'm Grayson.
and we're going to be talking about race in college admissions.
So, the college admissions process is hard for anyone, but it's particularly hard for those of minority groups who face racial inequality in the process and in their own lives. So, African Americans, Latinx, and Native Americans all struggle economically and have lower percentages than white and Asian people in educational success because of cyclical discrimination. African American inequality and inequity traces back to slavery, then unfair sharecropping arrangements, then segregation, even racial biases today. This means that money Black people start with in each generation is lower than with white people, which makes it harder to climb the social and economic ladders. Latinx students are the fastest growing minority group in the US, yet also have the lowest educational attainment levels within racial groups. Colleges aren't matching this growing proportion with their own admissions, and this is important for the future success of our nation economically as well, since there's such a fast-growing minority. Native American students are less likely to be in good schools that can offer advanced courses like AP programs. People are also eager to fake or overstate the percentage of their ethnicity that is Native American, which leads Native American students to be the only minority that has to prove their minority. It's slightly different for Asian American students because Asian American students actually overrepresent their population percentage-wise, even more than white students do. And so some Asian students are denied what would have been theirs if they were of a different racial group.
From the desire to combat all of this racial inequity comes the very controversial topic of affirmative action. Affirmative action was first seriously addressed in 1978 with the landmark Supreme Court case of University of California v. Bakke. Alan Bakke applied to the UC Davis Med School and was rejected twice. Now, at this time, UC Davis had a policy to save 16 spots for minority students, and Bakke argued that his stats, so his MCAT score and his GPA, were higher than some of the minority students admitted. Therefore, he argued that he was being discriminated against because he was not a minority student. However, Justice Pell did say that setting this quota system was unconstitutional, and you can't use a quota to right past discrimination, but you can set specific diversity goals to enhance your academic environment and consider race in a more case-by-case, holistic manner. So this is where there tends to be a lot of misconceptions. People tend to think that affirmative action is a quota system, which it in fact is not. In fact, it is simply allowing race to be considered as part of a whole and allow schools to set diversity goals in the interest of greater diversity on campus. The Bakke decision was upheld in a few more Supreme Court cases over the years, and it has again become an issue in the infamous Harvard lawsuit. Students for Fair Admissions has said that Harvard is discriminating against Asian American students because Asian Americans consistently score lower on Harvard's personal score in the admissions process. Now, Harvard has a personal score and an academic score as a way to consider their applicants. So Students for Fair Admissions has said that Harvard is allegedly discriminating against Asian American students because they consistently score lower on their personal score. However, on the other side of the argument, David Card, a UC Berkeley economist and Harvard's expert witness, says that many applicants to a school such as Harvard have perfect academic records, so there needs to be another way to consider how to select the people they admit. So there are definitely two sides to the argument, and both sides intend to appeal. So this will likely go to the Supreme Court, and affirmative action will again be considered by the Supreme Court.
To all the college admissions officers, remember how you might be affected by racial biases in the admissions process.
And to all of you out there who wanted to be more informed about the college admissions process, we hope this helped.